Welcome to the Peaches and Show. Hello and welcome to Peaches and Cream.
How you guys doing?
I can't sing. I shouldn't be allowed to sing. I'm Peaches.
I'm Cream.
And we're Peaches and Cream podcast, episode 31.
Back at it like a crack addict.
Sorry about last
week.
This motherfucker gave me the flu, I think.
Yeah.
What? I got the flu. I don't know from where.
It was probably from me.
Probably from you.
But yeah, I had the flu. We were out for a week. Came back. Then he got the flu. We're out for another week. But now we're back. I got a text from Hero about that shit too.
The boss back. Oh, sorry.
Did
I just think it. No. What? What did you say?
He was just like,
shout out Hero.
Shout out Hero. He was just like, "The fuck happened? I need my fix." And I was like, someone got sick." And he's like, "You should fix that." And I was like, "Well, you should hit up Peaches, yo, because this motherfucker's fine." But yeah. But now we're back.
Oh, so now you're blaming me? Oh,
come on with this shit.
My fake anger is a key part to the show because that's the only way it can be funny. So that's sink in. The sadness sink in of that realization. Shout outs. Alright, well, we have a birthday shout out. Shout out to Laura.
Oh, God,
it was her birthday
Laura.
yesterday.
Shout out to you,
and
sweetie. Shout out to Karen.
Yep,
birthday. She doesn't fucking listen, but it's the thought that counts.
It's the thought that counts.
Someone will fucking.
Because then you're like, "What'd you give me for my birthday?" I was like, "I shouted you on air to 5 people that listen." I
just imagine her with like if I actually said that with a blank stare.
That would be awesome.
And then like just silence. And you're like, "You cheap piece of shit." And then that's it.
That's just it. And then you just walk away.
Cheap piece of shit. I got you a card.
Oh no. I got you a card.
She got me a card.
Did you get her a card? Are we going to have to stop at Walgreens?
Yeah, I got her card.
By card, you mean a piece of paper folded in the hat says, "Happy birthday." Love Fulton.
You're making this awkward.
Because
that's exactly what I got.
It's okay.
I make my cards. I don't go to fucking... I'm joking.
I make my cards.
I make my cards.
I love those. My grandma, I can't say anything.
My
grandma does that. But, like, I love
it's endearing when grandmas do, though.
Yeah, because that's, like, the old people thing, you know?
I went to the craft store, and I'm so sure your grandma doesn't sound like that. She's a lovely woman.
She doesn't go there all the time. She actually uses words and phrases.
I went to Michael's, and I found these little buttons that remind me of...
To be fair, in Minnesota, they don't have Michael's.
What do they have?
They have Menards.
I was going to make up with some... Like, Menards?
That's, like, a real thing. Menards.
Bernards?
No, like MENARDS apostrophe somewhere in there.
Are you fucking kidding?
No, like that's a real place. It's like a slash between like a Hobby Lobby and a Home Depot.
Dude, that's what all craft stores are. To me.
Well, fine, man. I was trying to have a conversation about Menards, trying to like give you some insight into the fucked up world that is Minnesota.
I was gonna say, when am I ever gonna go there? Now saying that, I'm gonna probably end up going there.
You're gonna end up living in St. Paul.
Oh God, don't do that. Don't say fucking... It's
not a bad city.
Don't do like a snide smirk when you say, "It's not a bad city," and then you smirk and sip some of your fucking Full Throttle.
Sponsored by Full Throttle.
Who also sponsors you, the USO tour.
Apparently. I always thought that was weird. I would put that on the can, though.
Yeah, I would.
It's Coke.
It's good work.
Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
Okay.
Let's get right into this thing.
Did we miss a shot? Did we do shout-outs?
Yeah, we did. Did you do yours? Did you have one? You did Laura.
Shout out Nicholas. Because if he listens the one time that he listens, he'll
good
shout out.
Always says that. It's like, dude, we shouted you out last week. I didn't listen to that one.
The one I listened to, I wasn't mentioned. You asshole. That's my brother, though.
But let's go at it. You got some. You saw a little something on Facebook. Got you a little heated.
This is probably the biggest contribution that our creative director has ever given us. Is an actual topic discussion.
That turned into a topic discussion just because you became so irate.
Just because it angered me beyond belief. Which
I don't want to say you were angry. You got annoyed to the point of anger because you're just like, the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know if I was like, it's hard to describe. Like, it's something so small that I think it annoyed me, and then like I got angry because something that small annoyed me.
Yeah.
So it just built upon itself. So of course, this is just sad. Yeah, even just talking about this. Craft director, what we call him, Frankie Figs?
Yeah, Frankie Figs.
Frankie Figs posted just out of nowhere. He was probably watching it.
He always posts shit out of nowhere.
Such a. I want to get him like a block. Like he needs like a Twitter. He doesn't need a Facebook. He needs a Twitter.
It keeps doing hashtags. They don't do anything.
We need to get him on Twitter because what he's doing isn't for Facebook.
He's definitely more Twitter minded.
He's more a Twitter guy.
Because it's like every 5 seconds with his shit.
Fucking politics and bullshit. You know, you probably get a lot of followers too. Besides the point. Okay, so there was a status that he posted just like out of nowhere. I just happened to be at the house saying that I don't care. I think I'm quoting it too. That's how much it bothered me. I remember his status. I don't care what anyone says. Which really bothered. Okay, I'll get back to that.
Because he always starts with that.
Because it always starts with that. Obviously, you care what people are going to say because you went to the internets. You went to the internets and posted that. I don't care what anyone says. Halo is straight ripped off Starship Troopers. End of sentence. So I just sat. I don't know what I was doing. I was like, I saw it. And like it really bothers me because
so you and Nick just fucking going at the kid
because me
not even going at just like
it's such that's such a
just like dude, what are you talking about?
If you get exactly, it's, what are you doing? Like, what is that even like? Give me an example first. First thing I always thought was like, well, give me an example, and I ran through it because I'm a fan of both entities, obviously Halo and obviously Starship Troopers, and I grew up watching. Not many people know this, but Starship Troopers had like an actual like TV series.
The CGI animated
which
show.
I don't know what I had those on DVD and I don't know where they are. I look for them. That's besides the point. Probably some rat bastard.
I remember watching that on UPN like early in the morning when I was a kid.
UPN. It was UPN.
They had like a weird cartoon block with like a new CGI Voltron too.
Yeah, it was
which
weird.
I loved, but I couldn't watch the original Voltron. Don't know what the fuck was going on with that. Go Lions.
Okay. Voltron. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, okay. So it really bothered me because I wanted examples, right? So his thing was it was two things. One were the suits. Can you hear me?
No, yeah, I was just making sure. No, I can't. I was just making sure.
One was the suits. So my thing is like, okay, if you're gonna be based in outer space, you're gonna have spacesuits.
Yes. And
there's been a line of how spacesuits have looked, especially like army related. There's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're not going to have... His thing was like, oh, they look too similar. You're not going to have like bright pink fucking like army suits. They're either going to be black or gray. Or green. It's like it's just three. This is just the colors you're going to go for. And like they're similar, I guess. It just bothered me. And then the second thing is that he was talking about the insects, which totally just pissed me off because you could say that Starship Troopers stole their whole idea of like enemies, like the bugs. I don't know the exact dates, but stole their entire thing from Ender's Game because Ender's Game would be like if you read both, if you watched.
That's a book.
It's a book. It's a movie. Right? Yeah. Anyways, because their whole thing is like they're called buggers. They're insects, but they're controlled by a hive mind. So they don't talk. They don't communicate. They only like communicate like mentally, like over like telepathic. Which, if I remember correctly, that's how the insects and Starship Troopers worked. I don't remember because I haven't seen it in forever. Even though I'm a fan, I guess I don't know.
Yeah,
but. And he was like, well, the Covenant and that are the same. And I was like, no. Just no. And at this point, I stopped commenting because it goes... When you get in arguments with him, it goes nowhere.
Yeah.
Nowhere fast. And it just really angered me because then I really started... It builds onto a bigger topic to me, which is why I wanted to ask you because you're a writer, a creative writer that does like comedy and, you'll do more, drama stuff as well. At what point does... it stopped becoming like inspiration and like ripping off something. You know what I mean? Because
that's a good question.
Because I think Frankie is under the assumption that you can't be inspired by something in your childhood without ripping it off, which I don't think is true because I think that I'm not stupid. I'm not going to say that I don't remember who the original like creator of Halo was, the writer or whatever. I don't know his name. Yeah. Doesn't mean that he wasn't influenced throughout his life through sci-fi action. You know what I mean? Like either from Starship Troopers, from Dune with an N, from whatever have you, through the years. Obviously, he's going to be influenced by stuff like that. But to say that just they straight up ripped off Starship Troopers is the most ridiculous thing I think I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
But you see what I'm saying? Like, at what point does it go from being inspired by to completely ripping off?
Well, inspired for me, when I do something that's like inspired by, it's usually like theming.
Okay.
Like I wanted to have like that same feel.
Okay.
But like straight ripping off would be like, let me see, because like I think that's like good enough. Because I mean, like, okay, like the example I used earlier with like Venture Brothers and Johnny Quest, they were inspired by Johnny Quest. Like it has like the same like sort of family dynamics, except it's just built around character failure.
Yeah, and
it's like comedy. It's like a parody. It's like a satire, like inspired by, but it's like they took those themes and then they made them their own, and then they just like sort of ran with it. And so like now it's a completely different thing than from what Johnny Quest would even be.
Right. But it's true they were inspired by it.
Inspired by it. Yeah. And like a ripoff would be straight up just if Halo was like they not only stopped at the theme, but they took the way the enemies operated. They took like everything that made Starship Troopers, and then slapped their name on it. That's a ripoff, but it's not. It doesn't fall into that category. Like the themes are similar, but I mean like
any kind of.
It's a very narrow. It's a very narrow like sort of genre. Like it's like you can't really branch out as far as you want to. Mm-hmm.
Just that whole sci-fi universe. Like you have a lot of because there's a lot of room that you can go with, but if you're going after one specific thing like that series is, you can't where are you gonna go? I mean, there's gonna be similarities between different identities. I'm using what's a good word for that? IP
for
like different series, like different
IPs. I guess different IPs, intellectual property.
Yeah, I guess that would be a better word for it. But like, there's only so much room that you have. Yeah. And
because every sci-fi has like the same themes. It's like in space, and there's always like some kind of space marine force. Yeah, that has to do with like an impending alien threat, if there ever is one. Yeah, exactly. Or there usually is one because you need that for a story.
For a story.
But I'm also thinking about Mass Effect. I mean, like, it's just like also the same, like similar, but I mean, like it's just they go in different directions. So I mean,
yeah. Some people I've heard this before from a moron is that
from a moron,
not Frankie, somebody else that they were like, well, Mass Effect just ripped off the Matrix theme, and I was just like,
whoa,
and I was like, just because they took the idea of time as not a straight line but as a cycle is a very common theme. It's like because with the Matrix,
are you referring to Mass Effect 3?
Just overall, like just the Mass Effect, just the whole overall arcing story.
Okay, because I haven't played 3 and finished. I haven't done that.
Okay, well, anyways, but you know about the Reapers.
Yeah, they're like each one is its own alien. Like the ships that you fight in the first one, that's not actually a ship. That's an actual Reaper.
You should know, but you should know
I've only played 2.
I can't talk about that because I don't want to spoil it for you. But
no, it's fine. I think I already know. But just keep going.
Because there's no way... You should know what I'm about to say.
No, go ahead, say it.
Okay, so, for the Reapers, it's... Every so often, they come back and take down the civilizations to the
what?
core.
I'm joking, right? I knew that. Yeah.
So, it's seeing time as a cycle as opposed to just a straight line with an event and it's done. Yeah. They leave people to repopulate the world. Okay. It's just the way... Yeah.
But anyways, I'm not... But for the Halo, isn't that sort of the same thing also? With the what's it called, the flood?
Yes, and
no, because I remember someone explaining the story to me in high school. And
it is
what the Halos were. And I was like, that's pretty cool.
It's such a common theme now that I think, and that's what I'm saying. Like it is they interlock a lot of even Assassin's Creed is along the same lines. So Assassin's Creed, you have I forget what the main people. I haven't beaten yet, but for what are the old people called? What's their name?
Oh, the Forerunner?
Not the Forerunners, but for Assassin's Creed. But you know what I'm saying, like the
ancestors,
right? So their thing was they got to a point and then they got wiped out, and then they had the humans like spawn off, right?
Wait, okay, so you're talking about the Forerunners.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're very similar.
Like Minerva and Juno and like
yes,
the people that like glow blue.
Are they called
red?
Forerunners?
I don't think like
because Forerunners is the Halo.
No, but I mean like
name,
Forerunners is also is a term,
right?
Which means what came before. But I mean like they. Like it's, I think the character Sean, because I'm like still playing 3. Like I've stopped for a little bit, but I mean like he refers to them as like the Forerunner race because it's like what came before.
Right. I'm just saying
they had something else that they called them. I can't remember.
Whatever. They get the point. It's just like it's a very common theme in like sci-fi right now. I think is like that.
That there was a race before.
There was a race before.
That died out from something.
Last
and it's impending.
Big sci-fi movie that came out was Prometheus.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. Same kind of idea.
Yeah.
It's just that's a very common theme. So don't say that. They ripped off the I just really always stuck with me. Ripped off the Matrix just because the Matrix has they see as almost a cyclical
machines and stuff like
time. You know, because have you seen them? You seen the Matrix? You're not a fan, are you?
I am a fan of the Matrix.
Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the one or whatever to stop. Whatever. Make your choice. We don't have to get into the Matrix because that's a whole other discussion. But I'm just saying, you can't say that. Like, what am I trying to say? You can be inspired by that kind of stuff, I think.
Which is
and
fine.
Using that common theme, I mean, there's no, like, oh, you can't use this because it's already been done, because then we wouldn't have what we have now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No, that didn't make sense. I didn't even say anything. Like, you can't use...
I was just saying,
if
like...
you take away, like, from the sci-fi realm, if you take away using time as a cycle, you would have... like really nothing.
There's still ways to innovate, like maybe
exactly. There's always ways to innovate, but it just wouldn't be the same. I enjoy those types of sci-fi and those games that are based like that. Mm-hmm. So it makes you feel important. Makes you feel like you're doing something. And I think if you're especially for Halo 4 and the new Halo trilogy, I think is going to really play into that heavily. So
343 guys.
Yeah. I am in the process of writing the review finally, so I'm almost done. He's just girlish. He's got the girliest laugh.
Was that him?
That was Ryan.
I thought he was making fun of a turkey.
He always laughs like that when nobody's around. He's like,
I don't know. I barely.
Anyways, but yeah, I just thought that would be an interesting topic, just because I don't know. It just like that comment bothered me, just because I'm a fan of Halo, and I felt like. I was like you said before.
Your fanboy came out.
Fanboy came out, and I think that's what bothered me more than anything is like I should be able to be objective about this kind of stuff, and like I thought about, and then after a while I kind of wasn't pissed about it, but it just bothered me. But I just thought that'd be an interesting conversation,
and it was.
Hopefully. No, I'm just kidding.
Since we're showing first person shooters, I'm just gonna say because I said last episode I think I was gonna play Black Ops 2 and then talk about it.
Yeah. Did you play it?
Yeah, beat it. More than once. And this is why. Actually, not that bad.
Not that bad.
Not that bad. I mean, like, because... usually I play those games and I usually like the story because, it always starts off, sort of fine and then everything just goes to shit at the end. And I always like that feeling of, impending, shit's happening, everything's just going out. Especially in the Modern Warfare games. But in Black Ops 2, it was really good. And one thing I really liked about it that I didn't know that it had... I don't think the previous game had this. Where it's you have these choices throughout the campaign that affect the ending.
That's different for them. Yeah, that's a different kind of look at it.
But I mean, this is Treyarch doing it, so it's
timeline.
Not Infinity Ward.
I don't like Treyarch, though.
Really?
I like Infinity Ward better.
The only thing I can think of from them is the Spider-Man games. When I was I think they did the movie games for the Raimi trilogy ones. I remember playing the first one, and then the second one was the one everyone went crazy over because they're you're finally gonna get that
Spider-Man feel,
open world feel. Yeah.
I was just what games do you? I like them. No, okay, continue. I like how we just went into there. It was a really good game. Not really commenting about it.
Yeah, just it was cool.
It was cool, right? Everybody remember that game?
No, yeah. I mean, I like that, and then the side missions are more than just side missions. They add on. They give extra depth to the main mission that you're doing.
That's good.
I remember there's one mission if you fail in the objective to save this girl, you can There's you unlock a side mission where you like go to like this random like city in like the Middle East where she's being held, and you just flat out like you're just playing the foot soldiers, like boots on the ground, just like killing them, just to get to this girl, and then like once you save her, she shows up in the story, in the main story. Like they have like separate cutscenes and stuff like that. It's like a branching story. It's like really.
That's a nice touch.
It's like it has like good replay value. Like in like when you beat it, like you can go back and like replay certain missions and rewind the story so that you can make certain choices.
I always think that's one thing that those games always miss is the replay value.
Yeah,
just Call of Duty in general.
Yeah, because like you play them like a movie,
multiplayer, and then the zombies.
Yeah, you just play them like a movie straight through, and then you're done with them. But this one, I've actually gone back just to like if I'm just for shits and giggles, I'm like, I wonder what would happen if I did this, or if I didn't kill this person, or if I, you know, and then like I'll just go back and play it for a little bit.
That'd be interesting.
Like do an afternoon.
I'm still not gonna get it though.
Don't blame you.
Well, you got it for free.
Yeah.
So
I mean, like, because I wasn't gonna spend money on it in the first place, but I mean, like, it was a nice surprise.
Oh yeah, no, I feel you.
It's good. It was really good. Like the story's good too.
I just have like low
expectations when it comes to
not expectations, just like a low viewpoint of Black Ops, and I don't know why.
Maybe it's because like, well, I think everyone did because it wasn't Modern Warfare, and that was.
I played Modern Warfare.
That was the girl at the party for a while because it.
That's a hot bitch.
Yeah.
That hot bitch at the party.
It's a hot bitch.
That you know that you want to get with, but you know you won't.
Yeah. That you don't stop trying.
You can still go, but you won't get there.
You go in the restroom, you put some peanut butter on your balls, you walk back out, and you're like, you like what you see? And she's like, no, that's horrific. And then you go back in and cry a little bit. I think I hit a little too close to home, huh?
That was an interesting...
There's too specific, wasn't it?
I feel like that was something you've done in the past. You could be honest with us.
I think that's the first time you've ever heard.
I know, right? I thought I'd throw that in there. I'm trying to get you to...
With me and the audience.
With me and the audience.
But, yeah. No, that didn't... I don't know.
No, I know it, obviously.
No, the worst I've done at a party is, like, walk out with my pants down and say, is this where the party's at?
That's just for fun, though.
Yeah. And you've been there.
Yeah,
like,
I've been there
I think every time I've done it.
Probably,
like... It's like, dude, are you gonna do it?
And it got old too.
Yeah, it got old. No, I didn't want to do it. I think I only did it 3 times, and I was just like, okay, this has run its course. Everyone we've known has seen it.
Seen it like 3 times. Although if you did it at another party, like now,
yeah,
because we got kind of a new cast of characters,
swirl around the circle,
swirl around, you know.
Yeah,
I think it'd be a big hit.
Probably.
I'm just saying.
I don't know what my lady think about it.
She probably didn't. I think she thinks it's hilarious.
Probably. I got a good one.
Let's get a few cocktails into her. That sounds dirty.
I know. It's like, stop.
I wasn't trying to be dirty.
I know.
Usually, you know,
because that's what we drink. We drink them cocktails. I think that sounded worse.
That's a good joke.
Is it?
I'm sure I've actually heard that used.
It's a fucking horrible double entendre.
I enjoy double entendres.
Do you?
Yeah.
Fuck. Now, I want to say something, but I can't remember what it was.
That sucks for you.
It does.
Next segment. No.
So, yesterday, I didn't get to finish telling you this. I spent most of my day on, like, the weird side of YouTube.
What's the weird side of YouTube?
It's hard to explain.
Where you go and just watch, like, nut shots and throw up videos?
Pretty much. Like, it can be anything. Like, it's just, like, when you go somewhere that doesn't have, like, actual content. Like maybe if you spend your whole day just watching YouTube poop.
Yeah.
Like, where it's just like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like, you feel something, like, you just like, you watch one obscure video that you wouldn't usually watch, and all of a sudden you see something in the related content, and then you, like, click that and open that, and then, like, it's like a cycle. Pretty much like when you're on Wikipedia, or TVtropes, is it .com or .org? I
never get into these cycles.
Really?
No, it's a lie.
Okay, I was like, you have to.
I don't watch YouTube shite.
Okay, no, but, like, it was just weird, like, because, like, I don't know what got me. I was all of a sudden on Pokemon theories, just videos about that, and like banned and censored like were you watching Pokemon episodes gaming? And no, surprisingly, that's not what got me into it.
Okay.
I just randomly
that still got me into doing it.
No, because they usually have like all these like like fans come up with all these like crazy theories about like the Pokemon games and stuff like that, and certain story points. Yeah, and there's like a Lavender Town one, like Lavender Town ones from. Do you remember the first games? Lavender Town was just like the place where you go to see all the.
Was it a ghost?
Yeah, there's a bunch of like ghosts and like like they were dead. Like that's where trainers went to visit their like dead and deceased Pokemon. And like as a kid, it never really threw me. I was just sort of like, oh, okay, I guess they do die. But I mean,
and like this is bad, but like when I was a kid and played Pokemon, I just knew where the ghosts, like where the good Pokemon were. So I didn't even like think about the story. I would just get the Pokemon and train.
Yeah, I mean, like that's
I didn't like pay attention.
I was a kid. I just remember playing through the games and like loving them. And like I was just on the weird side of YouTube where it was just like a bunch of those theories, and then all of a sudden I got into like weird older like cartoon clips, and it made me so nostalgic. Like one thing that almost I would
what
like.
Are you doing with
I don't know. It was just on YouTube. It was one of those days where you just get sucked into shit. Fuck off! You can't tell me you don't have one of those days. Everyone has.
Not on YouTube though.
Like you could have it on anything though. Like it's the internet. You just get sucked up in shit. Internet. Get on one site and you just like I remember that happened to me one time with like what
you
I said.
Just surfing the web.
TV tropes. Just fucking like seeing what each trope was.
I like how you mad. Like I'm like acting like I don't do it. And how mad you are.
That's one of those things that gets me.
Fuck that! How do you do it?
I know you do.
Like, makes me look weird.
Like I've never seen you do it, but I feel like it's a part of the human experience when you just, especially with the internet now. It's just
everything's it's so connected. Like
but I mean, like you're just like get this weird level of interest. But I was watching one video about like, remember Rugrats? Chucky's mom.
Nope. I don't remember.
Okay, it was called like the Chucky's Mom Conspiracy or something like that, which was like a horrible title because it's not really a conspiracy.
Is she a horror?
No, she was dead. And it made me remember how much
That's me trying to search my memory bank.
How do you not remember Rugrats?
You never watched it? No, that's not. I remember Rugrats, of course. I'm just trying to picture. I guess we never did see Chucky's mom.
They had like a mother, like, because she was dead.
I swear she showed up at some point.
No, never once.
What was Chucky's dad's name?
Chaz Fenster.
Chaz. That's a great name.
Yeah, but I mean, no, he had like a stepmom. A stepmom that came up
is
to
what I was thinking, yeah.
Asian lady.
Oh, that was with Kimmy.
Yeah.
Let's just run through the Rugrats characters.
No, but I mean, like, I don't know. I was just like watching old clips of like these old shows, and I was like, man, they were like, I don't know if it was like nostalgia or what, but I was just like, these were really good. Oh, but hold on, before I go into that, back to the Chucky's mom thing, and like, I remember like.
She wasn't in there.
She wasn't. She was never like. I mean, because they said that she was dead, which I was like, for a '90s cartoon, like I remember Rugrats dealt with like some mature stuff. I guess you could say, but I mean, like, but it was never too mature. But it was just like stuff that like was made for kids that
were like, a little older.
They like tried to hit home with like everyone. And it was like sort of cool. So like he didn't have a mom, and I remember there was like this one Mother's Day special. Even as a kid, it made me like tear up a little bit because I got everything that was going on because it just fucking got you. I think it's just because he was a baby and he just that like certain like ignorance just sort of because he was like because like all the other babies were like it's Mother's Day, we're gonna pick out stuff for our mom. They give our moms, and then like oh wait, you don't have a mom, and he's just like no, I guess I don't. And then it's just like so, you know, like. So what are you gonna like? I can't remember. It's like, have you ever had a mom? And then he's just like, no, but I've dreamed about having one. And I was just like, fuck. And then like he just explains his dream and it's like animated. Where it's just well, of course it's animated. The whole fucking show's animated. But they do a flashback where he's like a smaller baby, like just like a newborn, and like he's in a garden with his mom and she's like picking him up and he's like, and there was like his character's like established as always like afraid of shit.
Yep.
And like and he's like, and there was a butterfly, and I wasn't even scared because she was there or something like that.
That's nice.
And I was like so fucking sad. And then like his dad comes over and he has like a box of his dad's wife's old stuff. And I think that's the first time they ever say her name, which is Melinda. And he's talking to Tommy's mom, and Chaz is just like, can I leave this here? Because Chucky's starting to get in and everything, and you could tell that he's just saying it for his sake.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to like think about it because Mother's Day is coming. And I'm just going down the whole
I know,
episode.
right?
But I mean, like, it's just so, but anyway, it's just like...
How it hits home on that, yeah.
Yeah, he just, and then, like,
It's a well-done show.
It was so well done, and I forgot about it. It just, like, the whole episode was fucking beautiful. And I was thinking about, like, how that was... I think I liked it so much because that was the only show that, even as a kid, it, like, made me like made me cry at certain points because I think it's just because it was like babies and like that ignorance of just like, you know, like that they don't get why, they don't get why certain things are yet. So they hear their take on it.
Yeah, I don't know. I enjoy it
because I told you. I think I've mentioned on this podcast before, like on the first movie. That made me cry when I was younger because of the brother thing. He's just like, I don't want a brother. He was just like gonna pour banana jelly on him.
So that was sad. I remember.
Yeah,
we did talk about that.
And I was thinking about that, and then I was watching like clips of Ed, Edd n Eddy. You remember that show?
Hell yeah.
And then like
Double D's my boy, man.
That's my favorite character too.
Double D's my favorite.
But and they show. Did you know in the series finale, they show, and I didn't know that show ended the way that like they actually got their shot of like ending it right. They ended it with Eddie's older brother. He shows up.
Oh, for real?
You actually see him.
I'll have to watch it.
He's like a dick to his younger brother, and then like Eddie finally admits that he's just like he puts on shit to like look cool or whatever, and then like finally all the kids accept all three of them, and they carry him off, and then like they break the fourth wall because Eddie's like they like us, they finally like us, and Double D's like, and all it took was 130 episodes, 4 specials, and a movie.
Yep.
And it was like
I forgot about the movie, man.
I didn't even.
I forgot. Now we're just like reminiscing about TV shows.
Why not? It's our fucking show. It's our fucking show.
I don't know why like I get like so mad about it, but yeah, no, I got man. I gotta watch that. I gotta rewatch Ed, Edd n Eddy and Hey Arnold. Those are the ones.
That's what I was gonna bring up too. People make these online comic strips of Hey Arnold in high school.
Hey Arnold was awesome.
And I'm like, I want to see that. I just loved Hey Arnold.
Yeah.
And then like I
felt like I was Arnold.
Yeah, that was deep too.
That was super deep.
That was deep too. Like the parents thing on that one.
Parents thing?
That was good. And then like there was one where like they had like these weird special episodes after they got on like later on where like I didn't even realize I barely remembered this where like Arnold, Gerald's dad, and Arnold's grandpa are like taking like I guess like this road trip to set up somewhere, and the whole time grandpa is telling them when he was sorry I can't talk, when he was in World War II and when he was fighting the Nazis, and they even like show Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, I gotta rewatch that.
Like Hey Arnold wasn't that good one. If they brought that back and like did a whole high school thing, maybe just brought it back for like a high school special, I'd be like shit, like
click.
Yeah, I'm like ready to see.
Yeah,
I'm ready to watch that. They won't. Yeah.
That was a good show.
Like we had a lot of good shows growing up. Like it's
right.
And like I'm trying to think of like,
and I think I think kids today still have good shows. I think
that's what I was gonna think. I'm just like trying to think of like
skewed now.
It's just I feel like I'm blinded by nostalgia sometimes,
dude. I want this kind of transitions like to Adventure Time. I know it's like kind of targeted to us as well, but if kids are watching this, they're learning like a lot from that show. Just even maybe not like oh I get it, but like subconsciously, yeah, it's amazing what they got in there. Like to me, it's very like evident to what they're trying to do. Yeah, but like if kids are watching it, like they're learning like from that show, and it's so like so
how do you
ridiculous.
mean like what do you feel they're learning? I feel like they're learning like certain like comedic cues.
Yeah, like not necessarily like maybe comedic cues, but just like there's been episodes. Oh, I'll use this last episode as an example. That shit was dark as fuck. Like, if you've seen it or watched it, like Finn gets this bag, like the Magic Man gives Finn this bag of like just smaller versions of all the people in Ooh, right? And
saw a gif of that on Tumblr.
Yeah, and it's pretty. One of the funny parts is like they Finn and Jake refer to some of the characters as C-listers, which I thought was hilarious. Just, you know, they're like. Jake's like, don't put everyone out. Put the C-listers back in the bag. I thought that was fucking hilarious. And but it gets to the point where because Finn's trying to learn about like relationships, so he's putting Finn with all these chicks, all the chicks in the world.
Jake is putting Finn with him.
No, Finn is put like Finn himself. So it's like just him doing it and just experimenting with different people and like how it affects like their lives.
How is he putting himself? Like, what do you mean?
Because there's a okay, so he controls them. Yeah. So there's a little Finn. And there's like a little
That's
Jake.
What I was asking. Yeah. So he's just overwatching. He has like a little Finn in his hand. Yeah. And he's putting himself and like
he kind of makes them interact.
Acts normal, like acts like he would.
Yes.
Okay.
So they're very So it's just like such dark. Like I was watching it, it's such a dark overtone of just him experimenting with like will and free will and that kind of stuff, and just ruining relationships just to see what it would be like for him.
I gotta see this. I didn't know this was out.
Like those actual people are in another dimension, so they are still actually living lives. It's just that Finn has control of them.
Yeah.
And so he's messing up their lives in order to see what it would be like for him. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just really like, I was just watching. I was like, this is fucked up.
But we get that because we're old enough to get that.
But I was like, if
kids
kids get this, like, that's crazy, dude.
That's good that you said that, because I feel like there were shows like that for us that would give us like sort of mature subject matter. Not mature,
very mature.
Not like X-rated but just like they, like the writers of those kid shows would trust us with like these complex ideas.
Yeah, because it's not like it's just like they're boning or like maybe they make out like kiss or something. That's it.
Yeah,
but
they didn't underestimate us, and they gave us like.
It's just like to think about. That's what I was watching. I was like, man,
I feel like that helped me when like growing up, when I realized I wanted to be like, because I didn't know I wanted to be a writer until I was like maybe 19.
That's
like before,
late.
no, because I mean before that I was just all about like architecture, and that's what I was going to go to school for until I realized that would just be. That would be shitty for me. Like, that would be too boring.
It doesn't fit your personality.
Yeah. I'm
just saying. Not to say that you couldn't do it.
Yeah. I didn't know how creative I was. I didn't get that I was creative. Like, well, I don't even think I am now, but people tell me I am, so I can't really just write that off.
But I just thought that was interesting.
It's good that you brought that up. I mean, like, yeah,
because that's one of those things. Like, that's why I would want to go back and watch some of those old school, growing up, like just to see, like, if it wasn't just to enjoy, but the themes of it. Like, now that I appreciate it more, I think.
Yeah.
Because my knowledge has grown.
No, because
especially the last 2 years. I don't know why. Just my viewpoint on stuff has changed so much. But
I love it when writers do that for kids. For like,
I think that's what
makes
great
what are
shows.
Children's like considered children's shows, when they're just like they give them this idea that sort of like as a kid it like blows your mind, and then when you get like a little older, you have like that fridge logic moment where it's just like, wow, this is a lot deeper than I took it for. But even then, it just inspires you to just think more.
And this is why way back when we first like kind of met, we were hanging out. Like I jokingly told you is that. Compared to what some of these kids are watching on like some of the Disney channels, like we could write a series for kids, because like most of the shit that's on there that I've seen is trash. But like I don't know, it's just I don't know why I brought that up, but I just thought like what am I trying to say?
That's totally my goal with what I'm doing.
Because I totally just lost what I was saying.
Blanked.
Because like if you look at some channels, okay, you look at Disney. Not to say Disney's complete garbage.
I was going to mention Disney because Disney's
just like
Gravity Falls is pretty good though. I'll give them that.
I think they had good stuff. I just think that a lot of the stuff they have on there is just, oh look, this is the situation. Let's do this. You know what I'm saying? It's just random and over the top.
Yeah, but I mean, like it's got an audience. So
well, yeah, but it's Disney.
Yeah.
I understand that it's got an audience, but I don't know. Just to me, it's just like, hey. We've got kids. Let's make them do football, and then they just like that's how I think the writers do it.
Yeah,
I could be look at me trashing writers, like I know what I'm talking about, but I don't know. I know that's kind of what you're working on now.
No, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I just want to like because I don't know if you know I do animated stuff.
Yes,
and I want to like as soon as you let me on TV, like but I hate to say that I'm gonna go to like my ideal place to go would be Adult Swim.
Right.
With most of my shit. Especially that Hero Super thing. I don't know if I ever told you about that. But I mean, like...
Yeah.
But I mean, I want it to be that sort of stuff where I'm, like, fully free to... I don't want to be subjected to a certain rating.
Criteria.
No, not even criteria. Like, rating. Like, okay. I don't want to have to, like, tone it down for any... So, like, the highest I could go is just, like, for obscure and, like, alternative comedy that's still, like... I don't have to tone it down would be Adult Swim. For what I do. And, like, I want it to be, like, the shows I make, I want them to be those kind of shows where kids watch it because it looks cool. And it's, like, some of the stuff's over their head, but it's still sort of, like,
entertaining and that kind of stuff.
Simple, like sort of simple, where they can like grasp like certain things.
Okay.
And totally not. I mean, but like Adult Swim isn't for kids, but I mean like it's totally like that thing where like when you and I were kids, we'd stay up late to watch shit that we know we're not technically supposed to be watching.
We don't get all of it either.
Yeah, but I mean like it's just because
I
told you when I was younger, I would watch the shit out of Daria, and I wouldn't get some of the stuff, but it would still. But like I'd watch it like recently, and it's just like it still holds up. It's like. Great, like I was just like I knew there was a reason I like this. Like some of the stuff went over my head as a kid, but I just knew I like it when I get it. Yeah, so I want to make stuff like that, and I also want to do what Pendleton Ward does. It's just like I don't know if he writes because I know he's a creator. He has a creator credit, but I don't know if that means he writes.
I don't know,
and I don't know if he writes, but it gets wrapped up in the whole Writers Guild red tape. Because I don't know if you know about that. Like if you're part of the Writers Guild, like it's against policy. Like if you, I know this from movies. I don't know if it still works for television. For movies, if like you don't like, let's say there's like a movie that has like two scripts, like two drafts or whatever, or two versions of the script. Like the writer of the first script who created the script, like it's flat, like it doesn't pop, but somebody comes in
and rewrites it.
Rewrites. He keeps some of the stuff and like keeps some of the central theme. Yeah. But he's the reason that it like pops.
Yep.
And it's turns out to be the great movie that it is. That guy that did the rewrite doesn't get credit based on WGA policy.
Not even a mention.
No.
That sucks.
Based on policy, he still gets paid.
Well, yeah, he doesn't get the credit for it.
He doesn't get the credit. It doesn't add to his tenure. So, like, the only one who gets, like, yeah.
Doesn't get the credit?
Yeah. I got it.
Okay, I wanted to make sure you heard me on that one.
But that's how that works. I don't know if it's the same for shows, because I don't know how...
I don't know. I'm not in that world. That ain't I ain't about that life.
But I mean, like, because he's also creative. Yeah, I know you hate that phrase.
I don't know why you said that.
But he also, have you watched his new thing, Bravest Warriors? It's pretty good. It's on Cartoon, the same place that I'm pitching
Shout out Cartoon.
2 cool cartoons and Cartoon Hangover, part of Federer Studios.
Boom, shout them out. Let them
same
be
place
heard.
I'm pitching to soon. Fucking nervous.
Don't be nervous.
I'll be good. But I mean, like, he's got
my support.
Thank you.
As fake as that sounds.
But he's got another project, Bravest Warriors, on there, and Natasha Allegri does the designs for that one too.
I'll have to check it out.
I think. But I mean, it's pretty funny. 4 to 5 minute shorts. It's pretty good. I think they're like what was it? Something about like a space time lord or something like that.
Don't worry about it. I'll watch it.
You'll watch it, yeah.
I'll watch it.
But it's won an award again. Like first episode, the pilot was pretty good.
Okay, I'll watch it.
Another mature theme. When you watch it, it's
I got you.
Time being.
I feel like I'm rushing you. I don't know why I'm like trying to make you shut up.
What, are we almost done here?
Yeah.
What are we at?
48. Nah. I don't know. I mean, we could wrap it up. Unless you had something else you wanted to bring up.
I guess I'm good. Save it for next time.
Yep. Business. You got business?
Like I said earlier, I'm pitching something, so
working on that.
So when I'm done with that, and if it goes into production, I am gonna promote the shit out of it using Peaches and Cream to the 5 people that listen.
Oh, those 5 people better watch.
I mean, I would appreciate it. I mean,
and maybe their moms.
I mean, like, don't worry. Just because I'm doing that doesn't mean I'm not gonna still do this with you.
Because I love people were fucking concerned about that. And thank God you said that.
Dude, no.
No. Oh my God. I don't know. I don't have any business. Same shit as usual.
Oh, free CJs. That's gonna be. I'll mention that later when that's up and running.
Right. I'm not promoting. I'm not promoting that bullshit. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, fuck you.
Fuck you.
But as I said, read Peaches' Far Cry article if you haven't.
Yeah, I'm gonna be posting more just because finally my school, fucking school has been is winding down, so I'll be able to have more free time.
And I do not have that problem. I just have work.
I don't know why I'm doing that.
I know you're just mocking me. You're a bitch.
You's a bitch.
You bitch.
Why do we always do that?
I don't know.
Anyways, yeah, check out more posts. I'll probably be doing a lot more of that kind of stuff. Giving you previews.
I look forward to them.
Is that the 5 people collectively sounding like children responding?
Yeah.
Good. Because that's who this is tailored towards. It's childs.
Ew. I guess. I don't know.
Keep on walking, Ryan. But yeah, I guess that's it. I'm in the midst of writing my Halo 4 review.
He's mooning right now. They just saw his ass.
Oh, okay.
That's a perfect place as any to end that.
Yeah, I'm working on the Halo 4 review, and there'll be an Assassin's Creed one when I'm finally finished with that game.
I will also talk about it. Just piggybacking off.
Yeah, I know, right?
Piggyback it.
Hey, you're doing it. I might as well do it. But I guess that'll be it. I keep thinking it's Sunday. It's not Sunday. We'll put up the trial video Monday. It's a pretty good one. There's other stuff still in the works. We've had a little hiccup in our scheduling just because of the sickness. Get down. Okay. But for that, I guess we'll wrap it up on Peaches.
I'm Cream.
We're Peaches and Creed, episode 31 in the books.
Suck a milk there, bitch!
Bam. I don't know why.